Hello, and welcome back. I'm David Straggy, and this is Delusions of Grandeur. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and being a producer of Wrestle Massacre, as well as Inside Movies Galore, I am David Straggy, and welcome to Delusions of Grandeur. Enjoy the reviews. I certainly did. It was put out by ITN Distribution, as well as E1 Entertainment. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Inside Movies Galore. I'm your host, David Straggy, and actually, this is not Inside Movies Galore. This is Delusions of Grandeur. I'm so used to reading off that title. Anyways, I bring you another review of a film that was filmed in 2018, and it was filmed about a creature that a man who was behind the creepy pasta stories, and not necessarily that he was behind an incident that happened here in Wisconsin, where I'm from, but Victor Surge was the man who created the character of Slender Man. Now, Slender Man has been known by many different names. He's been known as the Thin Man, the Faceless Man, known by many different elements. There are several urban legends that could be related to him. And here's the thing: when I first heard about this film that was directed by Sylvain White, and written by David Burke, along with Victor Surge, I heard that this was technically about the Wisconsin incident, but it's not really. I mean, evidently this group of friends, probably about 4 or 5, probably four girls, in Massachusetts, they get together and they talk about this legend, this Slender Man, and they go to the creepy, supposedly the sites, and that would be Ren, Hallie, Chloe, and Katie, and possibly Lizzie, where the first girl ends up giving herself to Slender Man, and that's kind of what starts the girls wanting to try to get her back. And evidently, the one girl goes missing, and so the other 3 girls miss her so much that they want to figure out what happened to her. Well, there happens to be someone that was online that evidently knows, what happened. And Ren, played by Joey King, Hallie, played by Julia Goldani Tellis, Jazz Sinclair, and Annalise Basso. They all end up figuring out that it's not that Slender Man wants something that you love. He wants your soul. This film was very slow, and in places it was very dark, especially when they went out into the woods. Um, but there were some interesting techniques of the Slender Man that I enjoyed of this film. I mean, when one of the girls was in the library and it kind of looked like it faded out of focus and then in a focus, that was cool. But when there was a moment that I believe Ren was actually supposed to be making out with Tom, and Tom was played by Alex Fitzallen. He evidently transforms or transmutates into the Slender Man for just a moment. But before that happened, there was a shaking kind of a moment and a flickering. Well, the shaking kind of reminded me of the movie It, with the new Pennywise. I didn't like that shaking in Stephen King's It. It just wasn't me. I didn't like that. I mean, there you don't have to shake, and that's not scary to me. That's just doesn't look natural. At least, well, let's put it that way. The shaking didn't really have to happen. All you really had to do was have the presence of the character being transformed. I think without that, with whatever else they had put in there, that's all they needed. They didn't need that shaking involved. In any case, I felt like this was a very weird, drawn out film. And no, this was not about the Wisconsin incident. It tried to bore you in different spots. I mean, you have to have action in a dramatic film. I mean, you have to have more happen. And I don't think there was a lot happening until like 3/4 of the way into the film. I mean, granted, the girl went missing, and they had to do some detective work. Well, the one girl had to do some detective work and shit like that. But yeah, I was not entirely impressed with this film. And I don't think it was right of the director to direct a film so close to a bad situation happening. I mean, I live I live here in Wisconsin. When I heard about that incident, where the girl got stabbed and everything, I keep thinking about her and how she couldn't, how she almost didn't survive. And whenever you bring up Slender Man in any way, shape, or form, that is what people remember. So I think it was bad taste for it to come out at the time that it came out. But I knew it was going to have to become a movie eventually because some people would find it interesting, even though, in a sense, it's like glorifying its existence. Because it's very possible that Slender Man could have caused the almost death of a little girl. I mean, at least the parents of the two children involved believe so, or believe that they're schizophrenic. I don't know. But in any case, yeah, those are my thoughts on this film. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you enjoyed my description of this film. Like and subscribe to my page if you not. Definitely check out my other reviews. I guess I would have to say my favorite moment, my favorite scene in here before I make my closing statement entirely is the scene where the one girl goes and it's like she sacrifices herself to Slender Man for the other girl. This tree just like wraps its tentacle like roots around her, and she just disappears inside this tree. And that was an interesting scene, so to speak. And that's the scene that I will remember from this film. So, in any case, thank you for listening. Have a great day, evening, or morning, wherever you are. Appreciate the time ahead of time. Just go watch the film.